Bueno, pues bienvenidos a este video que se llama Call of Cthulhu. Es el primer video que voy a subir. Y en el caso de GameStick es una reseña, ¿ok? Adéntrate a la brillo. Yo soy un segatón, entonces vamos a ver todo. Aquí está perfecto. Partida, primera partida, primera partida. Una partida, ronda vacía. Bueno, pues este juego se acaba de estrenar hace poco. Entonces vamos a ver qué tal está. No he leído ninguna reseña, no he visto ningún video, no nada. Entonces, pues vamos a testearlo. Vamos a ver qué onda con este juego. Esperemos que en verdad esté bueno. Adéntrate a la locura nuevamente. Okay.
offering.
¿Qué ofrendas tan más putridas? Sí, tenía razón.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Ok, con LT corre. Sí, yo estoy usando un mando de PlayStation.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
¿Y eso fue un sueño?
I hate whiskey.
Por eso odia el whisky. Pues qué sueño tan no realista. Cállate. Ok, seguimos. Partida guarda partida cada
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
ratito guarda partida.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Un detective privado que tiene pruebas en su contra. Edward Pierce, una vieja historia de chantaje en el Parque Latinoamericano. No sé si este sea Edward Pierce. Está sonando el teléfono.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Ok, sí, yo soy Edward Pierce. Y fuerza 40%, ok. En medicina soy un novato. Ocultismo, ok. Qué miedo. Elocuencia 20%, percepción 30%. Y aquí dice que soy principiante en todo, ¿no? Restablecer, añadir, validar. Ahí. Ok. Ah, ok, tengo puntos. Tenemos más pro en medicina. Y ya está aquí. Okay. Sí.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
Ok, yo
And
creo que aquí
on
es
a
un
related
modo para
matter, may I raise a
estar
sensitive question?
actualizando y estar
What's wrong?
mejorando al personaje.
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Borracho.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Ok, aquí claramente podemos ver que
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
examinar la pintura. Ok. Examinar el dossier de Hawkins. Lo que nos dejó. Aquí podemos ver que Sara está haciendo un buen Rasengan. Ok, no. Pero vemos que el vato este trae una insignia en el pecho, y esto puede ser, más bien parece cthulhu. Entonces pues podemos darnos una idea de
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family.
una etiqueta de
Rather thin.
es casi ilegible, pero entiendo parte de la dirección. Almacén 36 Darkwater. El informe policial dice que el fuego empezó en el comedor y se llevó a toda la familia. La policía concluye que fue un accidente doméstico. Sin embargo, hacen hincapié en la fragilidad mental de Sarah Hawkins. ¿Por qué? O sea, piensan que Sarah está loquita. Un recorte de prensa, un artículo sobre el matrimonio de Sarah y Charles Hawkins, un hombre de negocios de la isla Darkwater, llevan una vida solitaria y con su único hijo, Simón, el gran varón. Edward Pierce, un almacén en Darkwater, bocetos, familia Hawkins, entonces mucho. Ok, Sarah, su esposo y su chamaco. Ahí están todos juntos.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Ok, aquí esto es como el juego de Vampire. Te da opciones de poder escoger los textos. Y pues ahora vamos a decirle...
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Ok, pues también tenía visiones como lo que tuvimos ahorita en el sueño. Hay algo en la historia que me encaja.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
El marido nunca entendió que su mujer le hubiera abandonado. Le estuvo llamando durante semanas después de terminar la investigación. Edward Pierce, una mujer casada se escapa con su amiga y su marido fue incapaz de entenderlo. Ok, aquí hay más casos. Los checamos todos y nos vamos. Un trabajo denso dirigido a becarios y jóvenes profesionales. El primer volumen incluye todas las enfermedades conocidas del mundo civilizado, junto con sus síntomas y tratamientos. Ok, no se desesperen esta...
I used to be an avid reader.
Ok, no se desesperen, esta parte es del inicio y supongo que pues tarda un poco.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Creo que hasta aquí y vamos. Sale. Me dieron un punto de experiencia por salir. Capítulo 2. Puerto de Darkwater. Tarda en cargar. Ignoren la música si se llega a escuchar algo. Ok, ya está terminado de cargar.
almost there.
Creo que está cool la ambientación.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Vamos a echar un vistazo. Vamos
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
En esta fotografía, un hombre que se parece al capitán Fitzroy posa en el puente de un barco, tiene la pata de palo, submarinero, ¿no? Al final de cuentas. Edward Pierce, este hombre y Fitzroy podrían ser gemelos. No hay nada.
What a macabre souvenir.
Su pata de palo, ok. Eran más excelentes. Miren. Este no tiene nombre.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Los términos de nuestro acuerdo están bien claros. Mantener a sus hombres bajo control. Provocarnos es un lujo que no puede usted permitirse. No hace falta que responda este mensaje. Limítese a apagar a su computador, Edward Pierce. ¿Qué tendrá que decir el capitán Fitzroy sobre esa tal Cat?
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join...
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins.
Okay,
But that's all I'll get from them.
1980, 1890 y 1907 son las fechas que he visto y pues lo que les decía. Solo unas pocas fechas son legibles aún, 1890 y 1907. y una última, medio borrada. El resto del documento está tachado. ¿Quién tendría interés en ocultar esta información? No sé. Apenas voy llegando y ya me están lloviendo los...
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
La campanita no se permite. Y creo que es todo lo que hay aquí. Taberneros. Un bar es como una taberna, ¿no? Un lugar lúgubre. Ok, se está despreciando.
Hey, be careful.
Ok.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
También era
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Sí. A ver si
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
busco el almacén 36. Pero una bebida.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want.
Okay.
Anything else?
No me quiso dar un trago.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Vámonos.
That'll be all for now.
Todos están borrachos. Este es un borracho de los
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
Ok, aquí hay un manicomio. Como ha de ponerse todo este poquito.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
Estamos casi de-
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've
Ya
got.
andan ebrios.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
¿Qué canción es esa? El fin era de los
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Stranger. Así como en Resident 4. Aquí está la mujer. Yo siento que esta mujer va a
What
tener
you looking
poder.
at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Que le está diciendo ebria, alcohólica y pues no quiere que se moleste. Y que lo tome como un cumplido, entonces pues no. Eso no pasa. No lo hagan.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Pesca milagrosa. El Escila regresa al puerto para salvar Darkwater del hambre. Habíamos perdido la esperanza. La tripulación del Escila, o lo que queda de ella, ok, es el barco que vimos allá, dice Escila. O lo que queda de ella retornó al puerto de Darkwater la tarde del martes. Los lugareños acudieron a la carrera de los muelles para dar la bienvenida al último ballenero de la isla y quedaron estupefactos al contemplar la asombrosa captura que la valiente embarcación traía a bordo. Edward Pierce, la pesca milagrosa. Al parecer, el suceso más importante de los últimos 80 años. Hombre,
And the doctor,
no hay nada
what
más.
did he say?
he laughed.
My God.
Podemos ir más para acá.
But you can stay to watch if you want. You can pick up the pieces.
Come on, you bastard! You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly. You hear
Ya,
that?
todos se ven un tiro.
You bilge rats don't scare me.
What did he call
Nothing
us
for
just
you
now?
here either.
I said you
Beat
were
it.
a bilge rat. And even a poxed limpet.
Ok, me está corriendo.
Gentlemen, please move back. Let the police do their work.
Y ahora que
Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
más
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Okay.
There's something
No
coming.
necesito dar información.
Something real bad.
Ya venimos aquí a la taberna. Vamos a buscar el almacén. Ahora vamos a tener que lidiar con esos mens. Estos hombres. Vatos. Cámara, déjenme pasar. Va.
There's nothing for you here either.
Even your captain told you not to stick your noses around here
Déjame
again.
pasar.
This isn't your home, you bunch
me
of
dejan
sand
pasar.
crabs.
¿Qué podemos hacer?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Todo está prohibido por aquí. Vamos a este lado. No me deja pasar nadie. No hay nada por aquí. A ver, vamos a regresar por aquí. Ok, qué malo. Qué mal aspecto en cuanto a tu habilidad. No puedes pasar sobre una piedra. Unas barcas. Ok. Vamos a ver si podemos pasar por acá.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Ok, van a
Oh,
jalar
yeah.
a la ballena a su
He's
jugo.
gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors.
No puedo pasar tampoco.
It's a
por acá.
sign. There's
Tengo que
something coming. Something real bad.
Ok, tengo que hablar otra vez con este güey. Con este men. Disculpe.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
¿Qué puede hacer por mí? Documentos son ilegibles.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I don't know. It's not my signature next to that of Charles Hawkins.
I'm at sea for more than half the year. Anyone could have done it during my absence. What seems really important to me is that the dates on these manifests indicate that Charles probably had other contracts.
But not with you, though. I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance.
Pata de palo.
I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
Okay.
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Ah, ya la vi.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Ok, eso está interesante.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Eso sí, tendría razón. Tendré que investigar qué es
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay, no hay ninguna novedad. Vamos a ver acá el almacén.
Damn stupid
Ah, ya puedo
idiots.
pasar.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way.
Supongo que ese es un cuidador del almacén.
Where do you think you're going?
Tengo que entrar al almacén.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
I'd like to know more about the Hawkins case.
I don't think so.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Entra en el almacén. Ok. Creo que después del almacén va a tener un auto guardado esto. Entonces quiero explorar un poquito más por acá. Y comentarles. Se ve que el juego pues tiene buenos gráficos. No son los más cool de toda la vida, pero pues, se ve de buena calidad. Creo que es cuestión de historia. Tiene una historia detrás de todo esto, entonces es un juego largo porque pues tienes que estar viendo las historias. Paso, chavos. Y tienes que estar buscando las cosas, ¿no? Por esa parte pues yo creo que
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you know who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks.
Not even, and don't go looking there.
Pues coméntenlo, digan pues otro video o así. Si no, de todas formas intentaré estarlo subiendo, si no por Facebook, por YouTube. En Facebook Lo voy a estar subiendo en GameStick, que se llama la página. Sigan a la página. Y aquí pues voy a estar subiendo más contenido en YouTube. Entonces vamos a entrar a este lugar. Ay, ¿y la entrada? Ah, es esta. Ok, no me deja entrar por aquí.
Well, you could tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You bet. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now, we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Cat, she's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
Una disculpa. No me dejan pasar. Debe de haber alguna forma para pasar.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Ok. Pues hay que buscar la forma de...
Can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
¿Ya se fueron los de aquí? Sí, ya se fueron los tipos que estaban aquí. Entonces creo que por aquí podemos entrar. Hay un carro. Podemos entrar. Creo que pues...
It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Me aparece un signo de interrogación. Ok, aquí dice fecha. 25 de octubre de 1924. Ok, esta es mi bitácora. Aquí hay puntos, están los puntos, las personas, muerto. Ah, ok, estos son los tres personajes que ya están muertos. Roy Mitchell, James Fitzroy y Stephen. Tengo un mechero. Ok. Y este tipo...
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
No se puede entrar. De aquí no puedes escalar.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah.
¿Cómo demonios entramos acá? A ver, vamos acá.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
Claro. Sus amigos alcohólicos.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later. Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
Okay.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Liquor?
Exactly.
I'll try to find some for you.
Ok, ahora tengo que ir a la taberna donde me negaron el trago. Pensaba que Kat era la mujer que está allá adentro, pero supongo que es cthulhu. Puede ser. Entonces, vamos a la taberna. Que no es taberna, es bar. Ok, bar. Vamos a hablar con este men.
You again.
Una bebida.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight.
Oh, come on. Because of it.
Drinking it here is anything else?
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse, screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh, come on. Because of a little...
Drinking it here is anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this?
You mean who? Our source?
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know anything else?
That'll be all for now.
What? Another... I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
Ok, me dijo que me largara. Está molesta porque le dije borracho.
Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
¿Podrán ayudarnos estos tipos borrachos?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros.
That's true.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill. We're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking ill, you see.
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales of...
They all
You exhausted the stock.
You could say that, yes. There were few...
Until the last.
The one of the...
Exact.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells us...
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't...
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night.
So long.
Nadie me quiere vender alcohol. Y este es el tipo que me provocó el disgusto con el tabernero y que no me va a dejar comprarle alcohol. Necesito conseguir alcohol. Vamos a ver si... Ok, aquí hay personas.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
¿Ya es todo? ¿No me pueden vender alcohol ustedes?
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
A través de los túneles, ok, creo que nos está diciendo que por acá se puede. Por donde habíamos checado antes. Sí, este video ya se hizo muy largo. Vamos a investigar. Si podemos entrar por acá atrás. Entrar por acá. Ok, vamos a entrar por acá. Ahí hay una polea. Ok. Tenemos que poder subir para activar la polea, pero no veo por dónde se puede subir. Encuentro cómo entrar. Ok. Vamos a ver si esto funciona. No se puede incendiar. No entiendo por qué estos juegos son así. No te dejan incendiar una simple cuerda. Ok, pues hasta aquí vamos a dejar el video. Voy a seguir investigando cómo entrar. Y una vez estando adentro, grabaré el siguiente video. Igual depende de cómo apoyen el video. Seguiré haciendo, pues, más videos. En serio, no se puede quemar. ¿Qué diablos? Pues hasta aquí lo dejamos. Sale, muchas gracias. Hasta luego.